is up, guys? Welcome back to the Good Game Sportscast. It's Carter, and I'm here with Preston today.
What's up, guys?
It's been a while since we've seen Preston on here. Preston, welcome back.
Thank you.
Great to see you again. All right, so today we're talking about some madness in March.
There's been quite a bit of madness in March this year. Where should we start?
I think we're going to start at the biggest upset, maybe in March Madness history. I guess second biggest in March Madness history.
I would say second biggest in March Madness history, which this actually has some implications going on right now.
Yeah.
That better not start playing or I'm going to get copyright stricken.
Ooh.
50 of 51, they're playing FAU. Oh, no. Nuh-uh. Don't load up bad video.
Yeah.
But yes, Fairleigh Dickinson. Stupid ads. Go away. We're still getting in the hang of this whole podcasting thing. We're like, I think 16 episodes in, and I still don't know what I'm doing.
Something like that.
We're getting better though. We are improving. Steady improvements every time.
Yes.
Hey, we had the first, I would say, mildly successful video / short on the channel in back-to-back posts. We got a video. Posted the NHL's trade deadline list. That went pretty well. Had a good chat with some of my hockey buddies. And then got to practice and watch the backup goalie score a goal in practice. So that was pretty cool. That's kind of how the channel's been going recently. I know it's been a while since you've been on here.
Yeah.
So let's talk brackets. Do you have any bracket that's like remotely close to being good?
Let's see what my best bracket is looking like right now. I know I had one perfect one up until the Princeton Arizona game.
I had one up until FDU.
Yeah.
I think, or maybe it was a little bit before. I know I had one after the Princeton game, and then I think maybe Northwestern Boise State knocked mine out or something.
Ooh, my best one is 96%.
96%. That's pretty good. I think mine's probably a little bit worse than that. I didn't fill out as many this year as I normally do.
Yeah, this one has...
Wait, what'd you say yours was?
96%.
96.2%?
96... It doesn't tell me anything. I have 410 points in this one now.
I have 410 points in mine as well.
Yeah, I got... my final four in that one is Alabama, Purdue, Houston, and Kansas. So that's not good.
I think I'm starting to realize. I think this is my chalk bracket.
This might have been my chalk bracket too.
Yeah, because we have the same amount of points, and we have the same final four. Yeah, my best bracket so far is the chalk bracket.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
My best bracket apart from that, let's see. Okay, so my legit bracket that I spent my time filling out, and I posted on the YouTube channel, y'all need to go watch it, is currently like 74%.
My best is at 91%. Other than my chalk bracket.
Other than my chalk bracket, mine is 90.7, but my natty was Purdue, so I took
my natty is San Diego State over Houston.
I mean, it could still happen. I've got one that's at 73 with UCLA.
Nice.
I got my chalk bracket, and then I've got one that's at 80.5 with Xavier. Unfortunately, my 1983 bracket did get kind of busted with the whole NC State thing happening to Creighton, so that was kind of unfortunate. My Duke bracket was doing very good until Duke lost.
Yeah, I'm very happy about that. I also have even more impressive in a perfect bracket. I think. If it was 0%, that would be even more impressive. But I have a 1% bracket right now.
I have a 0.3% bracket. Get on my level.
Dang. But this one, it's pretty good. I have Utah State over Pittsburgh in the Natty, and both those teams have been eliminated.
Oh, hold up. Never mind. Yours is like a legit bracket. This is my upsets bracket. This one has Texas A&M Corpus Christi winning it. Hey, one of the teams in my Final Four in this bracket is still alive. Once that team loses, I'm pretty sure everything is out the window except for Princeton.
Same for me. Michigan State in the Final Four losing to Utah State.
That's all right. They had a good game today. Who'd they beat? They beat a 2 seed. Who was it?
What's up?
They beat a 2 seed today. Who was it?
Oh, they beat Marquette.
Marquette.
Yep.
So this episode is going to be kind of just a bracket thing with all of college basketball stuff going on. Okay, so I saw one on ESPN. I think this is the first one I want to lead with. This will be the 4th time since 1975 that none of the big blue bloods are in the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Chapel Hill didn't make it, Duke didn't make it, Kansas didn't make it, and Kentucky didn't make it. The 3 other times I believe were 1976, 79, and 2021.
Yeah.
So crazy stuff going on there. Right now, I'm on the South Quadrant. We got Alabama and San Diego State, which is almost chalk. Of course, another one, and I think here's another debate that I have to pick. Who would you say the biggest choke artists in the NCAA tournament are? Because it's really down to 2 teams. There's only 2 teams in contention for biggest choke artists.
Historically or this year?
I just mean historically. I still think there's only 2 teams.
Gotta be Purdue. Gotta be Purdue.
You think Purdue?
Purdue has lost to, in the past 3 years, they've lost to a
15 and a 14, yep.
A 15 and a 14.
So, I mean, that's bad, but Virginia's also pretty bad.
Virginia's not great, but they have a natty in the past.
They do. They rebounded after losing to a 16-1 natty, which kind of like, I don't want to say it softened the blow because everybody still talks about how Virginia's the one team. Of course, now they're not the only team, but I think that'll still loom over them for quite a long time. Let's see. We've got,
especially with them being the 1 overall seed in the entire tournament that year.
That one
was just crazy to watch.
No, they didn't lose. They got stopped. Like I think it was tied at halftime, and then they got outscored by 20 in the second half. Another crazy stat I've seen. This is the 3rd year in a row we have a 15 seed in the Sweet 16.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy.
And they could make a little Elite 8 run. They beat Creighton.
I know that's gonna be tough though. Creighton's played good ball.
Yeah, they beat Creighton and then they beat Alabama and then they beat Tennessee
and
then they
beat Houston.
Houston.
All right, Princeton going all the way.
Natty time, or actually no, in the Final Four they have to beat FDU honestly. So.
Oh yeah, how's that going? Ooh, they're down 4.
Yeah, 4-point game.
With 8 minutes left. The fact that they're even in the game is kind of remarkable, though.
Yeah, I was really rooting for them.
I hope they still got plenty of time. Did they play? Did they have a play? They had a play-in game too. Oh my God. So I guess technically they're the first 16 seed to win 2 NCAA tournament games.
Yeah, I guess so.
More history in the making. Let's see. What other history can we talk about here? This was the first time in a while, I'm pretty sure, a 12 seed did not make it out of the first round. Normally you get a 12-5 upset, but looking at it here, I think all the 5 seeds actually advanced. Yep, they did. All 4 5 seeds got out this year.
Yeah.
It's kind of the famous upset pick, but this year it all went chalk.
See, I think the famous upset pick is 10-7.
10-7? That's like sort of an upset pick, but it's like...
I feel like it's the basic upset.
It is.
I feel like that's what everybody likes. Everybody likes to pick 6-7.
Yeah. Sometimes the 6-11s, but I think the 5-12s have sort of become notable in the past couple of years, but this year it wasn't it. I really thought Drake was going to have a good run this year, but Miami's looking pretty good, so it's okay.
They got a bad draw against a really hot offensive team, so I mean, I think Miami has a top 10 offense in NCAA.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know now. They've had a lot of injuries recently.
Yeah.
All right, sticking with basketball, I want to pick your brain about something because this is something that's happened recently. What has happened to John Morant? His man's completely fallen off a cliff.
Maybe the first and only basketball player who's wanted to make it out of the NBA into the hood. Like, every NBA player's like, I want to make it out of the hood into the NBA. He is the first player to go backwards. He's going the wrong way.
That's very true. And that's not the best path for him.
Yeah, I mean, when you're one of the top stars in the National Basketball Association, it's kind of rough to watch your career just tumble like that.
Mm-hmm. And then they have this other guy, Dylan Brooks or something, who's been like the ultimate trash talker with nothing to back it up. It's kind of hilarious. Him and Klay Thompson got into it the other day, and Klay Thompson was like showing him his fingers for how many rings he had. Like ultimate NBA beef over here. League is still a joke.
Yeah.
Not gonna act like it isn't. Let's see what else has gone on recently. Not a lot of college basketball. That's been the big thing. I mean, of course, with March being here, March basically is entirely occupied by the basketball tournament. Which, I mean, to be fair, I think it is probably the best sports tournament out there, if not one of the best.
It really is. It's got to be the best.
I think I would argue, like, and this is not my personal favorite, but I think I would argue the World Cup is probably the biggest and best.
I could see that argument.
Just because this is, in terms of American sports, this is probably the biggest tournament. Actually, not even might be. It is the biggest and like best tournament of them all. But if we're looking at global sports and stuff, I definitely think the World Cup takes it. But as Americans, it's definitely fun to watch the NCAA basketball tournament every year.
Definitely.
Even if your team can only get past the first round once.
Yeah. All right, let's hear your new Final Four. Now that we are almost to the Sweet 16.
I'm sticking with Bama.
Okay.
You know what? Hot take. Xavier.
Okay. I don't think that's really a hot take, but
It sort of is. See, this is the bracket right here. The which side is this? I can't really tell. The East. I don't know who's going to come out of the East. You're going to have between FDU and FAU. It looks like it's going to be FAU. So it looks like the 16th seed is going to be out again, probably. But even then,
5-point game, 5 minutes left.
Kansas State played a really good game today. But so did Michigan State. I honestly could see Michigan State making it out of there, but I do feel like Tennessee probably will win that section. I think Tennessee makes it out of the East. I think they're the most complete team there, but I could easily see it being Kansas State. And then I'm still going with Gonzaga in the other side. I think Gonzaga, since now that they're not a 1 seed, they don't have that 1 seed curse, and they can finally start to put together a good run. So I feel like Gonzaga, Tennessee, Xavier, and Bama.
I mean, mine look pretty similar to you. I'm looking. Alabama's definitely making it out of the South.
Yeah.
They're almost a complete lock to make it out of the South. I got Texas coming out of the.
Okay. I was looking at them too.
I've liked Texas all year, and for me, it's more that the other teams have shown weaknesses and shown concern, and I haven't seen that out of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Texas just rolls to the Final Four.
All right.
And then I got to go Tennessee. I watched the entirety of the Tennessee-Duke game. That's pretty obvious that I had to watch that. And Tennessee just looked so good in that game.
Duke looked
they barely
bad.
had to Louisiana, but they looked really good against Duke. And I thought Duke was going to be in the Final Four.
I did too. Like that. Even from the beginning of this, I had Purdue losing to Duke. Actually, I think I had Purdue losing to Memphis. So that kind of got messed up entirely. But I definitely had Duke coming out of that region. That was, to me, that was an upset. Even though it wasn't an upset on chalk, to me that was an upset.
Yeah, and then this next one's tough for me. Really tough because I want to stick with UCLA, but I also really like UConn.
Wow. I mean, UConn played great against St. Mary's.
UCLA.
You are? Okay.
UCLA, but I think UConn is going to play a really good game against them in the Elite Eight.
So yeah, I still think Gonzaga is going to make it out of there. All right, so then now that we're at the Final Four, who makes it out of eight? Who's going to be the national championship game?
All right, Tennessee's going to get mollywopped by Alabama. Not even going to be close. And then
I agree.
UCLA and Texas is going to be really good, but I got UCLA winning that and UCLA winning the Natty.
So this is actually quite remarkable for me because my original pick this year, in a year full of upsets, my title game, I believe, was Bama over Gonzaga. And it looks like that could still happen. And honestly, I still think that's going to happen. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Alabama's almost a certain lock at this point. Although, watch out for Creighton. Creighton's a good team. Their big man has thoroughly embarrassed the two teams he's played against this time. There was a funny foul call. We were watching the Baylor-Creighton game just a few minutes ago. And their big guy, I think, is like Kalkbrenner, was laying on the he got pushed to the ground by a Baylor player, stepped all over, and they called a foul on him. It was quite hilarious.
Ooh, still a 5-point game with 5 minutes left.
Is it really? Oh, time hasn't gone off then. I was checking it. He had 60 to 65 with 5:05 left.
Yeah.
FDU's closing the gap in the second half, but hopefully it'll be enough.
TCU's about a tip against Gonzaga.
That shouldn't be much of a game, I wouldn't expect. Well, they never know. Okay, now I want to know, who is your dark horse pick to win it all? Like, if you see one team just going on a magical run, we'll say, I guess, 5 seed and up?
Are we talking, like, when the tournament started, or now that we've got...
Now, where we are now, like, who would be your dark horse pick to win it? Like, not one that people would actually pick. So I guess with that, we'll take out the 1 seeds and probably the 2 seed. Take out 1s and 2s.
Take out 1s and 2s. I gotta give it to UConn.
UConn. All right.
I really think UConn could. I mean, in my bracket, I had St. Mary's beating UConn in the round of 32. And UConn just absolutely killed St. Mary's.
Yeah, I actually had St. Mary's out in round 1. So.
Yeah, well, St. Mary's they had a pretty good regular season. I think they beat Gonzaga twice.
That would explain why they're a 3 seed. I'm sure they won the conference tournament though. That's why they're in the spot they're in.
I don't know. I thought that St. Mary's beat them in the conference championship game.
See, any other notable games that I've watched? Oh, the Pittsburgh over Iowa State game was as an ACC fan, it was kind of nice to watch an ACC team actually put on a good showing in a basketball game.
Yeah.
Don't get to see that very often anymore. Rip. Keep checking the score.
Yeah, one of my friends was at that game. He's a big Pitt fan.
Really?
Yep. He went and saw Xavier and Kennesaw State, and then got
that was
sit and watch.
That was in Greensboro, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Yeah, I would have loved to have gone and seen NC State lose to Creighton in Denver. If this were a little bit later, I actually could have.
Unfortunate. You should have just booked your plane tickets to Houston and hope they made a run to the Final Four.
Yeah, right. I mean, I know I joked about that all the time about, oh my God, State's going to make a run at the Final Four. I was never serious about that.
I could have seen them being a Sweet 16 team.
Their ceiling for me was the Sweet 16. Although looking at it now, not if they had beaten Creighton. If they would have beat Creighton, they would have beat Baylor. And I don't think. Oh, that would be interesting. That would actually set up a really interesting matchup because Princeton's women's team knocked out our women's team in the women's tournament. So that would set up, I guess, a kind of grudge match, if you call it that. But I mean, honestly, if we had beat Creighton, I think we could have gone. Knowing what we know now, I think State could have gone to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
Only to get thoroughly embarrassed by Alabama, but.
Oh well. Who knows if Alabama makes it past San Diego State? You never know.
I feel like that's a pretty safe bet. I think their tough game. I just feel like Creighton's they've got a really good formula for success there. I think the only reason they weren't seeded higher is because they had a 6-game skid in the middle of the season when their best player was out. And I mean their team revolves around. It's kind of like the Chapel Hill team from last year where they had the Iron Five that never sat. I think Creighton has one bench player that rotates, and if their center Kalkbrenner is in the game, he gets almost every offensive rebound, and he's 7'2" with good ball handling skills. So if he wants to put a ball in the hoop, he puts the ball in the hoop. I will say, one of my favorite storylines from this year is the fact that 7'4" giant Zach Edey couldn't beat the shortest team in the entire NCAA this year.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this has been one of the crazier marches in NCAA tournament history.
Well, and looking at it, there haven't been as many. I feel like there's definitely been more upsets in years past. But I think the upsets that have happened this year have been bigger upsets.
Yeah, I mean, we have a 16th seed. We have a 15th seed.
Doesn't look like it's going to be that way much longer. But, I mean, we got a 15 seed in the Sweet 16 again. 2 of our 1 seeds have gone out before the Sweet 16. Which I'm pretty sure that happened. I think last year they were all, 3 of them were out before the Sweet 16 or something like that.
I think the only 2 seeds that didn't win a game this year was 12 and 14. Although, I'm just scanning right now to see if that's right. I'm looking around.
So all the 3 seeds survived?
Well, I'm just saying, in general. Yeah.
I think 14s didn't win, 12s didn't win. Everyone else did.
Almost had a year where every single seed line had a team advance.
That probably would have been that definitely would have been the first ever because the 16s only won twice.
Yeah.
Unless it happened last time. Well, never mind. It didn't happen last time because there was no 15. There was no 15 seed upset that time.
Yeah.
So I mean, the smaller teams out there are getting better.
Yeah, I really wanted to see Grand Canyon make a run because I just love their home environment for their basketball games.
Who were they playing? Who did they play?
They got Gonzaga in round 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's an understandable loss.
Yeah.
Well,
FDU's hanging in there. 5-point game, 4 minutes left.
Yeah. Man, there's always a chance. They were playing ahead against...
3-point game now. 3-point game.
3-point game? Mine still says...
Oh, man.
What?
I'm really rooting for him. I really want to see him win.
Mine still says 5-point game.
64-67 with 3 minutes left on mine.
Well, hopefully that'll go their way. Let's see. What are some other sports that have been going on recently? Oh, yeah. Today, something cool in the bowling world happened.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the best bowler of all time, Jason Belmonte, was a 7 or 8 seed in the tournament they played today. And the way bowling tournaments work is if you win a match, you would advance to play the next higher seed. Well, if you start out as an 8 seed, I think you have to win 7 games in a row. So they did two. He did two last night, won both of those, and then won every game he played today to win the whole thing.
Wow.
Pretty impressive run. But then again, I mean, everything that dude does is impressive. So, not too terribly surprised there. I wish at the beginning of today, his odds were 1,000 to 1, or like plus 1,000 odds. So I wish I would have taken that. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
We've had a pretty crazy NFL offseason too.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. What have y'all? Are y'all?
Got fleeced for the number 1.
Dude,
pick.
we need to talk about that. We need to talk about that for a little bit. Carolina, what are you doing? The Bears GM is a genius.
And then the Bears immediately sign all the ex-Panthers players to make the draft picks even better.
The Panthers, they're going high risk, high reward for sure, but who are they going to throw to? They did sign somebody. They just signed Adam Thielen like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like Adam Thielen's going to replace the team that they have. Like, Adam Thielen's not DJ Moore. This is still 3 points.
I may be a little biased, but I think the Dolphins have won free agency so far.
Who'd y'all sign in free agency?
Jalen Ramsey.
That don't count. That was a
trade.
That was a trade.
Yeah, well, I guess we've won the off season, I should say.
I don't know, dude. I think the Bears have.
I mean, it also depends on all those draft picks, you know.
Listen, who did not win free agency this year? The Patriots did not win free agency.
Yeah, they made like one off-season move.
The Rams have imploded completely.
The Jets might absolutely blunder free agency if they don't get Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my, that is another storyline. Oh my God, it's been so long since me and you have done a podcast episode. Like this is much needed catch up.
Yeah.
I mean, let's look at this. I want to see the official news on the whole Aaron. Oh no. Oh, this game's over. Oh well.
Rip to FTU.
Hey, good run after you. Congratulations. Second 16 seed to win a game outside the first 4. Great run. Maybe they'll score 8 points in a minute and not let up any, but odds are slim. All right, let's see what the latest news on Aaron Rodgers is.
I mean, the Jets have signed most of the players that he wanted there before he signed there. So I would just love, partially as a Dolphins fan, but partially just in general, I would just love to see Aaron Rodgers not sign with the Jets. All that was for nothing.
Well, we know a couple of facts about the Aaron Rodgers situation right now. We know he's not playing for the Packers, and he said this in years before, but this time the GM has said he has literally said it's Jordan Love's time to start. So he will either retire or play somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't think he would go to the Jets and then completely build a roster and then not sign with them. I think the problem is going to lie in getting him the team, the draft picks or whatever Green Bay wants for him. I think that's where you run into a problem if you're the Jets.
Yeah.
Which I've heard that the asking price is like 2 firsts and a second or something. Which I'm sorry, but Aaron Rodgers is great, but it's very much a rental. How much longer is Aaron Rodgers going to play football?
Maybe a good 2 years.
You're getting at most a good 2 years of football. You might even get more years, but they're not going to be good. And honestly, from what I saw last year, I don't think I have too much faith in Aaron Rodgers to keep it up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else have the Dolphins signed?
We've signed a few. We signed Mike White.
Dude, you signed a GOAT?
We did. Hall of Famer Mike White.
Dude, he is the greatest single game legend of all time.
Yeah. So when Tua gets concussion number 4, we got someone to come off the bench.
There you go.
And then we signed Braxton Berrios from the Jets as well.
All right.
that was one of my friend's favorite players on the Jets, so
Oof.
he was not very happy with me.
Let's see, who else? What did we do? I know we got Julian Love.
I'll tell you what, the Dolphins have just been stealing from division rivals. We signed the Patriots ex-punter as well.
Yeah, I saw that. We got Devin Bush. Hopefully he can make a resurgence. Julian Love, which is basically like Jamal Adams 2.0. And we signed that defensive tackle from the Broncos. I mean, I guess ours has been all right. No.
Oh, I think this is the first time I've done on the podcast since turning pro.
That's right. Congratulations. Big round of applause for Preston.
Yep. Made my first money playing in a golf tournament a few weeks ago.
He has got his professional PGA card. He can now go pro.
No.
Oh, he got his
PGA card yet.
Oh, you got your what?
Comes after I graduate, but
you got your teaching card thing.
No, not that either.
What was it?
But since I won money in a tournament after passing my PAT, I'm a professional golfer now.
Okay, so he don't get a certificate till later, but he is a professional golfer now.
Yep.
I guess I might have to come get lessons sometime.
Yeah, you will. You have a good reference from a close family member of yours who
took lessons. He said you were very good.
Yeah.
Oh man, the Devils beat the Lightning. Turd. What was it? 4-2? 5-2. Ugh. Oh well.
Yeah. That's about it. I'm excited for the Masters coming up. I'm really excited to talk about that.
Is that May or no? It's April. That's like the first week. That's like the first weekend of April, right?
Yeah, first week of April. Masters. A tradition unlike any other.
I don't know, man. You know what I can't wait for?
What?
Stanley Cup playoffs.
That'll be good.
That is going to be so good. And there's so many good teams in the East. The West is going to be kind of lame, but the East this year is like gauntlet, and it's going to be awesome to watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of things to look forward to. We've still got the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. I guess I'll have to cover that the next episode. And then I guess the Final Four will come in with the episode where Preston talks about the Masters and stuff. So trying to get some things planned out, trying to find some guests who want to give some time to come speak on the podcast for a little bit. I'm working on trying to get a Spotify thing set up, but you have to do it through a third-party company. So that's been kind of a hassle. Trying to get some more shorts planned out, just some more content to put on the channel other than these podcast episodes, so it's not just one video a week.
Well, to all of our viewers out there, I'm glad that I got to sit down and record one. I know you've all missed me dearly, and my shade that I throw at all you guys, and how mean I am to all you guys. Tell you guys that we don't want you to watch, and we don't want you to like or comment or subscribe or anything.
Dude, we haven't gotten a comment in like 4 months.
Accidentally just opened the weather app. But anyways.
Haven't gotten a comment on a video in 4 months. If you've made it this far, comment something in the video.
If you've made it this far and you missed seeing my beautiful face on the podcast, comment "We missed you, Preston," and then I'll know to come back for another one.
You better not just ditch it if it doesn't happen.
And then if you don't like seeing my face on these, comment "We didn't miss you, Preston," or something mean about me, and then I'll know not to come back.
Throw some shade back at Preston for all the comments from earlier.
Yeah. Be like all my Instagram followers who are just absolutely dogging me.
Let me go clown you on Instagram real quick.
Everyone's saying 0-3 for North-South. I got like 15 comments, just all from Northerners who hate me now. But I got a nice new profile pic from...
I saw that. Alright, I commented.
18 comments in this video.
On the post, you
Blue
mean?
is ugly anyways. Love that.
Blue is ugly anyways. Yep. Look.
You should've
Red.
Blue is ugly anyway.
Red.
FTN.
What is FTN? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't say that out loud, but okay.
Yeah, we can't say that on here.
Nah, we're not the Pat McAfee show. We're PG, for the most part.
Yeah.
Maybe PG-13.
Fair enough. That means we get one F-bomb that we can drop every episode.
Oh my God, let's not. Is this over? Oh, it's no. They're down 6 with 18 seconds.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's only a 3-pointer every 6 seconds. Or no, every
Maths, bro.
Sorry, I mixed up. I thought you said 9 and 18, not 6 and 18. Oh, 7-point game now.
Alright, Preston, so I've got one more thing to pitch to you. It's a video idea. Have you seen the videos of people ranking NFL quarterbacks as women?
Yes.
I have a tier list made for that.
Oh boy. Tier list Tuesday. Here we go.
Tier list Tuesday, except the podcast episodes have been going on Tuesdays. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw them up whenever I can.
We can already say Jimmy Garoppolo's top of the list.
Dude, he would be top of the list without being a girl. But we gotta save that, y'all. No spoilers. No spoilers. We gotta save it for. Gotta save it for the actual video.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll definitely come back with you. Come back with some updated March Madness stuff. Come next episode, whenever the Sweet 16 and probably the Elite 8 are done. I believe that's gonna be this weekend. So this upcoming weekend. I'm going to a Hurricanes practice tomorrow morning, so I might have some footage from there. Maybe we can see Kochetkov throw another goalie goal in there, and I can do a really bad edit of the Carolina Hurricanes goal horn.
Maybe we'll have our fan club come and do a meet and greet with you there.
Dude, we are at 39 subscribers right now, and I think I'm starting to believe that 100 by the end of the year is possible.
It could be possible.
We are in March.
We're 3 months in.
We're 3 months in, and we only need 61 more.
There we go.
So for those of you that are not watching this,
it's over.
is it over? Oh, my bracket just updated. I can see it. Well, claps up for FDU on a great run.
Good run, boys.
Good run.
I appreciate you coming out.
They didn't even win their conference tournament, but they won the more important thing.
They had a wild season.
They did. Congratulations to FAU on winning that game. I think nobody had them beating Memphis in the first round, so they're in the Sweet 16 despite being like heavy underdogs in the first game. So congrats to them. Let's see. Any other big congrats need to go out? We already gave props to Princeton. I guess every other team kind of took care of business or was relatively. I guess Arkansas. Arkansas told Kansas, or our Kansas is like, nah, we're the real Kansas. Get out of here.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
I feel like a lot of people predicted an early exit for Kansas. I mean, I didn't, but I feel like a lot of people had. I feel like most people had Arkansas beating Illinois, and then I feel like a good portion of people had Arkansas beating Kansas.
Had I known that Bill Self wasn't, if I had paid attention and known that Bill Self wasn't coaching, I would have actually picked, like, I wouldn't have picked it at 16, but I would have picked it 8 or 9 to beat them.
Yeah.
Especially with how they lost to Arkansas, I definitely think if they had Bill Self in there, they're not losing that game.
Fair enough.
Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by and watching this video. It's great to have Preston back. We can't be doing this thing where he leaves for like 2 months again and I can't talk to him because that's just not fun.
Yeah, the college life has been rough for you, boy. He's been busy.
Yeah, well, you're going to stay busy too, I know. So we'll definitely have to have you back sometime, even if it is for just for another 30 minutes. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you, and until next time, peace.
See you, boys, and girls.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Click here to see another video that YouTube thinks you should watch, and click here to subscribe to our channel.